On the lush island of Motunui, the air is often filled with the voice of Grandma Tala, the village crazy lady and keeper of ancient stories. She tells the toddlers of the village, including the wide-eyed daughter of the chief, Moana, the legend of the mother island, Te Fiti. Long ago, Te Fiti's heart, a small Pounamu stone with the power of creation, was stolen by the demigod Maui. Maui, a shapeshifter with a magical fishhook, intended to give the heart to humans, but he was intercepted by the lava demon Te Ka. During the battle, the heart and the hook were lost to the sea. As the heart vanished, a darkness began to spread, slowly consuming the islands of the ocean. Most of the children cry in fear, but little Moana is mesmerized. Later, as a toddler, Moana wanders to the shoreline. The ocean does something miraculous. It recedes, revealing beautiful shells and a path of dry sand just for her. It's as if the water is alive, playing with her hair. The ocean presents her with a small, glowing green stone, the heart of Te Fiti. However, her father, Chief Tui, rushes to grab her, fearful of the water. He insists that no one goes beyond the reef. The reef is the boundary. Beyond it lies only danger. He tells Moana that her place is here, leading her people. He drops the stone, and it is lost in the sand, but Grandma Tala watches from a distance, smiling. She knows the ocean has chosen Moana, and she secretly retrieves the heart, keeping it safe for the day her granddaughter is ready to face her destiny. Years pass, and Moana grows into a capable, spirited young woman. She is being groomed to take over as the chief of Motunui. She loves her people and her island, but every time she looks at the horizon, she feels a magnetic pull she cannot explain. Her father remains adamant. The island provides everything they need, and the sea is a great big nothing that only brings tragedy. But the island is changing. The coconut crops are turning black with rot, and the fishermen return with empty nets. The darkness Grandma Tala warned about has finally reached their shores. Moana suggests going beyond the reef to find more fish, but her father reacts with anger, his fear rooted in a past trauma where he lost his best friend to the waves. Driven by a need to save her people, Moana takes a small canoe and tries to cross the reef alone. She is inexperienced, and the crashing waves flip her boat, pinning her foot under coral. She barely makes it back to shore, bruised and defeated. She decides her father was right. The horizon is a dream that leads to nowhere. She resolves to stay on land and be the leader her people require. But Grandma Tala isn't ready to let the dream die. She finds Moana on the beach and tells her that if she wants to know who she is meant to be, she needs to see what is hidden behind the waterfall. Grandma Tala leads Moana to a hidden cave behind a massive waterfall. Inside, Moana strikes a drum, and the sound echoes through a cavern filled with massive, ancient, double-hulled canoes. She realizes her ancestors weren't just islanders, they were wayfinders, explorers who traveled the vast Pacific for generations. They stopped voyaging only when the darkness spread and the sea became too dangerous. Tala gives Moana the heart of Te Fiti, which she has kept in her necklace. She tells Moana that the only way to save Motunui is to find Maui, sail him across the ocean, and force him to restore the heart to Te Fiti. Suddenly, Tala falls ill. On her deathbed, she tells Moana to go. As Moana hesitates, she sees her grandmother's spirit animal, the manta ray, glowing in the water. With a heavy heart but a clear purpose, Moana packs a bag and steals one of the ancient boats. She clears the reef, fueled by the memory of her grandmother. She isn't alone, however. Hei, a spectacularly dim-witted rooster, has accidentally stowed away on the boat. A massive storm hits, tossing the small craft like a toy. Moana is knocked unconscious, and when she wakes, she finds herself washed ashore on a strange rocky island. She is thousands of miles from home, and standing before her is the legendary demigod himself, Maui. Maui is not what Moana expected. He is massive, covered in animated tattoos that move and speak, and he is incredibly arrogant. Before Moana can even demand he return the heart, Maui breaks into a song, "You're Welcome," listing all the things he's done for humanity, pulling up islands, stealing fire, and slowing down the sun. He has no intention of helping her. He only wants her boat so he can escape the island where he's been stranded for 1,000 years. Maui traps Moana in a cave and steals the boat, but the ocean is on Moana's side. It repeatedly picks her up and drops her back onto the deck of the boat, much to Maui's annoyance. Eventually, Moana manages to convince him to listen. She tells him the world is dying because of his theft. Maui, however, is terrified of the heart. He calls it a curse and says it attracts monsters. Almost on cue, they are attacked by the Kakamora, tiny coconut-clad pirates who are as adorable as they are lethal. They swarm the boat in their massive floating fortress, seeking the heart. In a frantic, high-stakes action sequence, Moana uses her wit to reclaim the heart from the pirates and saves Heihei, who had swallowed the stone. Seeing Moana's bravery, Maui begrudgingly agrees to help, but on one condition: they must first travel to Lalotai, the realm of monsters, to retrieve his magical fish hook. Without his hook, he is powerless and cannot face Te Kā. The duo reaches the entrance to Lalotai, a massive hole in the top of a mountain that leads deep into the undersea world of monsters. Maui is nervous. His confidence is tied entirely to his hook. They descend into a neon-glowing, terrifying landscape until they find the lair of Tamatoa, a giant, treasure-obsessed coconut crab. Tamatoa has Maui's hook encrusted on his golden shell. While Moana acts as a distraction, Maui tries to grab the hook. However, without the hook's power, Maui has forgotten how to shapeshift correctly. He turns into a misshapen shark and a tiny pig, and Tamatoa quickly pins him down. Tamatoa breaks into a taunting song, "Shiny," mocking Maui's need for approval from humans and his tragic past. Moana realizes that Tamatoa's vanity is his weakness. She creates a fake heart using a barnacle and some glowing algae, tricking the crab into letting them go. In the chaos, she grabs the hook and they use a geyser to blast themselves out of Lalotai and back to the surface. Though they have the hook, Maui is shaken. He can't get his transformations right, and his ego is bruised. Moana realizes that the mighty demigod is actually a lonely, insecure man who just wants to be loved. As they sail toward Te Fiti, the bond between Moana and Maui deepens. She begins to teach him that he is more than just his hook, while he begins to teach her the ancient art of wayfinding. He shows her how to read the stars, how to feel the pull of the currents, and how to tell where land is by the color of the clouds. Wayfinding isn't just about sails and knots, he tells her. It's about knowing where you are by knowing where you've been. During a quiet night, Maui reveals his origin story. He was born a human, but his parents didn't want him and threw him into the ocean. The gods saved him and gave him the hook, but he spent his whole life trying to earn the love of humans so he wouldn't feel like a castaway. This is why he stole the heart, to give humans a gift so great they would finally love him. Moana comforts him, telling him that the gods didn't make him a hero, he made himself one. With his confidence restored, Maui finally masters his shape-shifting again. They practice together, Moana steering the boat and Maui soaring as a giant hawk. They are a team now, ready to face the darkness. But as the temperature rises and the sky turns black with ash, they realize they have reached the barrier. Te Kā is waiting. The approach to Te Fiti is blocked by Te Kā, a towering demon of fire and magma. As they try to sail past, Te Kā hurls giant fireballs. Maui tells Moana to turn back, but Moana, overconfident in her new skills, tries to find a gap in the barrier. She sails too close, and Te Kā delivers a devastating blow. Maui uses his hook to block the strike, but the impact cracks the magical bone. If the hook is hit again, it will shatter forever. Furious and heartbroken, Maui lashes out at Moana. He tells her that the ocean made a mistake by choosing her. He turns into a hawk and flies away, leaving Moana alone in the middle of a dark, silent sea. Moana breaks down. She cries out to the ocean, asking it to take the heart back and choose someone else. The ocean takes the stone and lets it sink into the depths. But then a glowing manta ray appears in the water, the spirit of Grandma Tala. Tala doesn't judge her. She asks Moana if she knows who she is. In a powerful moment of self-realization, Moana remembers her ancestors, her island, and her own strength. She dives deep into the water, retrieves the heart, and turns her boat back toward Te Kā. She knows she might not have a demigod, but she is a wayfinder. Moana returns to the barrier alone. She uses her wayfinding skills to dodge Te Kā's attacks, showing incredible bravery. Just as Te Kā is about to crush her boat, Maui returns. He has had a change of heart, deciding that Moana is worth the sacrifice. He uses his hook to distract the demon, knowing it will be destroyed. Moana reaches the shore of Te Fiti, but the mother island is gone. There is only a hollow crater. She looks back at Te Kā and notices a spiral on the demon's chest, the same spiral as the heart. In a flash of insight, Moana realizes that Te Kā is Te Fiti. Without her heart, the goddess of life became a monster of destruction. Moana asks the ocean to clear a path. She walks toward the raging fire demon, singing a peaceful song. "I know who you are," she whispers. Te Kā charges, but as Moana shows no fear, the demon slows down. They touch foreheads, and Moana presses the heart into the demon's chest. The lava crumbles away, revealing the beautiful green goddess Te Fiti. Te Fiti restores the world, healing the oceans and the islands. She gives Maui a new hook and helps Moana return home. Moana returns to Motunui as a hero. Her parents embrace her, and the village begins to unearth the ancient ships. The story ends with the people of Motunui back on the water, with Moana leading them as they voyage once again across the great blue horizon.